What's happening, cats? Welcome to my first ever video book review. And today I am reviewing Firebird by Juliet Cross. Now, how did I get into Firebird? Okay, the genre is romantasy. You got your romance, you got your fantasy, you put them together, you got romantasy. It is, I am told, the number one genre, the best-selling genre for books right now. That's where people are reading, romantasy. And it's mostly women. That makes sense, because you get romance better than we do. So, and I'm reading a lot wider now with the, in my scope of genres and the stuff I digest. Because why not? Life's short. Read outside your regular zone, man. Because there's some cool stuff. This, Firebird, very well written. And check out, look at that. Look at the cover. It's not gloss, it's a flat mat, which is pretty cool. And then you got, look at that, you got an image there, and the pages are thick and heavy. And I will confess, full disclosure, a hardcover book is my favorite way to digest a book. It's old school, and you can get up on the pages, and it's got some heft to it. How many stories have we seen in crime fiction where this becomes a weapon? Or a like in John Wick and stuff. But I digress. Yes, Juliet Cross, Firebird, very well written. And as you can see, 50% off. That does not make me a cheapskate. But the deal is, hardcovers are expensive, and they're always going up, and they take up a lot of space. That's the other problem. So when Barnes & Noble, shout out to Barnes, came up with the 50% off hardcovers and new stuff, not the old stuff, current bestsellers, I'm in. Okay, pardon me, we're getting to the spoiler alert. Spoiler alert going forward. And I don't usually like to spoil things, but I'm doing it because I have a question for the ladies out there, which I will get to. So, this is reimagined in the time of Caesar's Rome. And all the ruling class, the men in power on the Senate and blah, 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 they're dragons. So they're half human, half dragon. When they go into battle, they wreak havoc, they bring back slaves. Hey, look after Rome while we have these debaucherous orgies and festivals and all that stuff. And if you don't, we're going to burn you out or take your land and all that stuff. Okay, so our Firebird, her name is Melina, and she has magical powers. Sometimes they call her a witch. She's on the opposite side of this. She's on the oppressed side. She's on the other side of the war, and it's her book. She meets this cat who is high up in the ranks, in the military ranks, named Julian, and he is the nephew, Caesar's nephew. Julian doesn't play Caesar's game. He plays the part, but he's actually putting together a coup to overthrow his uncle because he wants a thriving and a peaceful and a happy Rome. He doesn't want to just have dominion over the commoners and all this, sorry to say it, raping and pillaging and stuff. So we're rooting for Julian, and obviously he and the Firebird, we think they're going to get together. But again, she's on the opposite side of the war. I'll speed this up. At some point, Julian captures Melina, makes her a slave, but she doesn't have to do a lot of slave stuff because he's lusting after her. He's just putting aside his dragon stuff and just like, man, I need to have that. I mean, he is just burning, and the passion. It's that whole forbidden fruit thing. And then she's doing the same on the other side. She hates him and hates all things Rome. However, there's something different. She can pick up something different, and she can use what is called a magical tether, so she can really tap in to what's going on. Long story short, they overcome their differences and their biases and the different sides of the battle. They get together, and ladies, this is where the question is coming up. They're making love. Again, she's a witch, so she's very intuitive. And she can tell there's something going on here. So she says, and I'm going to quote and paraphrase. She says, Julian, is that you making love to me? No, wait, I know you're making love to me, but is your dragon boning me too? She used the F word. And she can communicate through Julian, but also talk to the dragon. And the dragon says, yeah, man, I'm in on this too. So, and it makes it more steamy and romantic. And she climaxes earlier and all that stuff, knowing that the man and the beast are making love to her. My question is, women, or some of you women, is this a fantasy of yours to be stooped by a dragon? And why? I mean, I tried to look at it from, like, is there the equivalent on the dude side? And I thought, there might be guys out there that want to bang fairies, I guess. Or maybe they want to bone a mermaid. Which, all of that confuses me. I mean, the mermaid's got a fin and a tail. How are you going to be like, oh, I need to get with that? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Maybe I'm prudish, maybe I'm old school. But I do find that in a time when men for women and women for men, men on men and women on women, when that's not enough and you need to get some beast loving up in there, you need some dragon to give it to you, I don't get it. I think you need therapy. But this is romantasy. We're not talking about therapy. Dragons boning. So, yeah. This is the first in a series. I think it says The Fire That Binds, Book 1. I will continue to read this stuff, but not in a hurry, because I don't get it. Like I said, I read a lot of different other genres. But this is well written, and the book ends with it going to some heavier things coming up. So, again, thumbs up for Firebird. Although, thumbs confused for Firebird by Juliet Cross. Because it just with is your dragon boning me too?